In the annals of history, few empires have been as influential as the Byzantine Empire. This empire's tale is one of ascension, glory, and ultimately decline. It all started as a small Greek colony known as Byzantium, nestled on the shores of the Bosphorus Strait. This strategic location bridging the continents of Europe and Asia would ultimately shape its destiny. Byzantium grew in stature and power, eventually transforming into the Eastern Roman Empire, a shining beacon of civilization amidst the chaos of the Middle Ages. It held a unique position, standing as a bridge between the East and West, serving as a melting pot of cultures, ideas, and traditions. This confluence of influences led to remarkable advancements in various fields, from art and architecture to religion and philosophy. The Byzantine Empire, with its capital at Constantinople, was a hub of Orthodox Christianity, and the custodian of ancient Greek and Roman knowledge during a time when the light of learning was dimming in the Western world. Its architectural marvels, like the famous Hagia Sophia, still stand today as a testament to its grandeur. However, the empire was not without its challenges. Internal strife weakened its political structure, religious schisms led to societal divisions, and relentless invasions from different fronts chipped away at its territorial integrity. The empire, which had once spanned 3 continents, was gradually reduced to a shadow of its former self. By the middle of the 15th century, the Byzantine Empire was a besieged fortress, surrounded by a rising new power, the Ottoman Turks. The empire, which had stood as a bulwark against the tide of invasions for centuries, was now itself on the precipice. In 1453, the Byzantine Empire, a beacon of culture and civilization for over 1,000 years, was on the brink of collapse. The stage was set for one of the most dramatic events in history, the Fall of Constantinople. But that, dear listeners, is a story for the next scene. The year was 1453. Constantinople, the capital of the Byzantine Empire, was under siege. Spring had just begun to kiss the land when the formidable Ottoman forces, led by the ambitious Sultan Mehmed II, arrived at the gates of Constantinople in April. The air was thick with tension, the city's future hanging in the balance. The Byzantine Empire, once a beacon of power and prosperity, now found itself cornered, its capital city in the crosshairs of an adversary whose might was unparalleled. The Byzantines, fiercely proud and determined, did not sit idle as the enemy approached. They had anticipated this day and had made preparations to defend their beloved city. The city's walls, a marvel of medieval engineering, stood as the primary line of defense. These formidable structures had repelled countless invasions over the centuries. But would they hold up against the impending onslaught? The Ottomans, on the other hand, came armed with more than just sheer numbers and brute force. They had a secret weapon, a relatively new technology that was set to change the face of warfare forever: the large cannon. These monstrous machines, capable of hurling massive stone balls over great distances, were the pride of Sultan Mehmed's arsenal. Never before had the Byzantines faced an enemy armed with such devastating firepower. As the siege began, the air echoed with the thunderous boom of the Ottoman cannons. Stone met stone as the projectiles slammed into the city walls, shaking them to their very foundations. The Byzantines fought back valiantly, their spirits unbroken despite the relentless assault. They bolstered their defenses, mended the battered walls, and counterattacked with everything they had. But the odds were not in their favor. The Byzantines were vastly outnumbered and outgunned. Their enemy was relentless, their weapons formidable, their resolve unshaken. The Byzantines were up against a force unlike any they had faced before. Their city, their home, was under siege, and the fate of the empire hung in the balance. Despite their best efforts, the Byzantines were vastly outnumbered and outgunned. On the 29th of May, 1453, the unthinkable happened. The final assault on the city of Constantinople, the gem of the Byzantine Empire, commenced. The Ottoman forces, led by the ambitious and powerful Sultan Mehmed II, had been laying siege to the city for over 50 days. They had surrounded Constantinople by land and sea, cutting off any chance of escape or reinforcement. In the pre-dawn hours, the Ottomans launched a massive and well-coordinated attack. Wave after wave of troops battered the city's formidable walls, a testament to Byzantine engineering that had stood unbreached for over 1,000 years. But on this fateful day, they finally succumbed. A section of the walls was breached, and the Ottomans poured into the city, marking the beginning of the end of the Byzantine Empire. Chaos ensued as the city was overrun. The defenders fought valiantly, but they were vastly outnumbered and outmatched. In the midst of this pandemonium stood the last Byzantine emperor, Constantine the XVIII. Constantine the XVIII, the man burdened with the task of defending the city against insurmountable odds, made a desperate last stand. Historians recount that he tore off his imperial regalia, choosing to die as a soldier rather than an emperor. He threw himself into the thick of the battle, fighting until the very end. Despite his courage and determination, it wasn't enough. With his death, the last flicker of the once mighty Byzantine Empire was extinguished. The city was now at the mercy of the conquerors. Constantinople was subjected to 3 days of looting. Treasures amassed over centuries were either stolen or destroyed. Churches, including the magnificent Hagia Sophia, were converted into mosques, marking a significant shift in the religious landscape of the city. But amidst the destruction, there was also the birth of something new. The fall of Constantinople marked the end of the Middle Ages and the beginning of a new era. The city, under its new name, Istanbul, would become the capital of the powerful Ottoman Empire, a beacon of the Islamic world, and a bridge between the East and the West. The fall of Constantinople was not just the end of the Byzantine Empire, but a significant turning point in world history. It marked a shift in power, from the Christian Byzantine Empire to the Muslim Ottoman Empire. It also signaled the end of the old Roman world, paving the way for the rise of the modern nation-states. The fall of Constantinople was a cataclysmic event, a dramatic climax filled with heroism, desperation, and tragedy. It was a moment that forever changed the course of history, reshaping the world in ways that still resonate today. With the fall of Constantinople, the Middle Ages came to a close and a new era began. The fall of Constantinople sent shockwaves throughout Europe. A seismic event, it brought an end to an era, shifting the balance of power and marking the final act of the Byzantine Empire. But it didn't stop there. The fall of the city had far-reaching effects that rippled out across the globe. One of the most significant impacts was the closure of the Silk Road, the important overland trade route that had connected the East and the West for centuries. This forced European powers to seek new routes to the East, sparking an age of exploration that would put the likes of Christopher Columbus and Vasco da Gama on the map, quite literally. The search for new trade routes led to the discovery of new lands and the opening up of the world in a way that had never been seen before. But perhaps one of the most profound effects of the fall of Constantinople was the dispersal of Greek scholars and texts across Europe. This exodus of knowledge and learning from the East to the West ignited a cultural and intellectual revolution. It sparked what we now know as the Renaissance, a period of renewed interest in the arts, science, and philosophy, inspired by the classical wisdom of the ancient Greeks and Romans. The legacy of the Byzantine Empire didn't end with its fall. Its influence can still be seen today in the architecture, art, and culture of many modern nations. It played a pivotal role in shaping the course of history, from the way we think and learn to the way we trade and explore. It fostered a unique blend of Greek, Roman, and Christian traditions that have left a lasting impact on our world. In the end, the Byzantine Empire, even in its downfall, still managed to shape the world in ways that are still evident today. Its legacy is a testament to its resilience and its enduring influence. Even in its demise, the Byzantine Empire left an indelible mark on history. The year 1453 marked the end of an era. It was the time when the Byzantine Empire, a beacon of art, culture, and power, faced its ultimate downfall. The city of Constantinople, an emblem of this empire, found itself under siege. A beleaguered city, its once impenetrable walls were breached, leading to its fall. This was a moment of monumental transition, a shift in power dynamics that sent reverberations across the globe. In the aftermath of this conquest, the world witnessed profound changes. The city, renamed Istanbul, became a crucial hub bridging the East and the West. It flourished under the Ottoman Empire, absorbing and blending the cultural riches of both worlds. The fall of Constantinople was not just the end of the Byzantine Empire, but a pivotal moment that shaped the course of world history. It marked the close of the Middle Ages and set the stage for the dawn of the Renaissance. Indeed, history is a continuum, constantly evolving and shaped by such pivotal moments.